So this is me demoing the new update, curiously labeled 2017.28 followed by C, and then you can see what it says. But I was compelled to make this video because, my God, what a difference this update has made. Autopilot is smooth, dare I say smooth as silk, with some quirks. You know, there are some kinks here or there, but you can see how this car is handling, basically handling itself very nicely. Prior to this update, this particular loaner, this is AP2 by the way, hardware 2, and the Model X. Prior to this update, I could not use this loaner on the highway because not only did it have a tendency to hug the left lane marker, but without notice, without warning, it would kind of drive over the marker. Now I gotta shut autopilot off since I'm getting to a red light. But it was basically unusable. Then comes this update, and again, I mean, just wow, what a difference an update makes. For the release notes, pretty nondescript. It just says, starts by saying this release contains minor fixes and improvements, and perhaps they should have said major improvements and minor fixes, or maybe major fixes and just left out improvements, but whatever. The point is, this update is definitely a game changer compared to the previous, I think most of the previous iterations. So I'm going to go ahead and engage autopilot again just as soon as I get the indication that it's available. Here we go. All right. So let's see. The speed limit here is 45. I've got autopilot set to 50. So you can see what kind of road this is. There's a slight bend in the road. Let's see what it does. Smooth. I mean, really, this is smooth. I'm liking this. Let's see what it does if it passes this car. Okay, so it decreased the speed ever so slightly, but man, did not waver, did not hesitate. Now with the previous iteration of autopilot, depending on your experience, most people's cars would have either significantly decreased speed or swerved ever so slightly, or maybe swerved majorly away from the car, or a combination of the two. Some people have reported some pretty scary behavior by autopilot, and this loaner, by the way, that I'm testing right now, my Model X is currently at the service center for some minor issues, but this particular loaner was one of those cars where it was, again, the autopilot was unusable. The thing would swerve without warning. But look at this. I mean, the same road I could not use autopilot on. So I am really impressed. The other thing I wanted to comment on was, people have been saying and noticing and perhaps complaining that with the last 2 updates, now I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but the last 2 updates on highway driving with automatic or autopilot lane change. Again, I just disengaged the autopilot because I'm arriving at a red light, but with autopilot lane changing on the previous 2 iterations of the software, the lane change was somewhat just drastic, I should say. to the point where it would kind of jolt into the next lane, the lane you were trying to switch over into. And I experienced that too, and it really is enough for example, a passenger, if they're holding a drink, for example, it was the action, the movement was strong enough that would cause someone or a passenger to perhaps spill some of their drink. I mean, it was not anything minor, but with this new update, oh my goodness, what a difference this update has made. The lane changes, you know, there is still a little bit of artificialness, I guess, to it, but definitely much more human-like in terms of changing lanes. I mean, it's definitely quite impressive, I gotta say. So that's all for now. Maybe if I hit another road that's more curvy, more windy, I'll submit more. But thanks for watching. See you till next time.